Hi everyone, welcome back to my TemTem playthrough. This is part 30. I know it's been a couple of days since I last posted a video on my TemTem playthrough, and I'm still going through this game. It's been pretty amazing till now, and if you haven't checked out my previous episodes, go ahead and do that. This game is pretty cool and it kind of resembles Pokemon but is a bit different. Now, in the last episode, we did stop after we were able to fight General X. Of course, we did lose the battle, but that is how the way the game is supposed to go. But we also got to know that there is a council and we are invited to it. So that is what I'll be doing in the beginning of this episode. Here we are right in front of the library and we have all the dojo masters, or at least the ones that were really supporting us. We also have Professor, which is really nice to see. I believe our main goal today will be to find a way to go ahead and destroy Belsoto clan once and forever. After all, they have been ignored for quite a long time and they actually tried to take over Kisiva, which is the region we are in right now. It was pretty interesting battling them throughout the region, but it is time for us to go ahead and defeat them. This is the first time we're actually getting more plotline into the game, and we get to know that Carlos, who is actually API, is actually investigating Belsoto clan for quite some time now. We already know this, but it was Tihani, who is a dojo master from Naga, who hired the PI right here, Carlos, to investigate on this issue. Apparently, she was the only one who thought they might be a danger to the society. Either way, he does spill out everything we already know. He told us that there was nothing for him to do in the place where he went to, but we definitely did have quite a lot of storyline. After all, we did get accused in, I believe, Quetzal. That's the place in Tukma where we were arrested, and we also had to fight off a lot of Belsoto clan members. We also have the diary of Lady Roti, but apparently we're not actually handing it over right here. We do have a new NPC or a new character. It's a doctor who actually worked with the guy that we have seen in Anak Volcano. Seems quite interesting. But I think this is the time for us to go ahead and talk more with Tihani herself. As usual, I believe that we would have to do something about these people. Apparently, some of the other dojo masters have not come here because they really thought this whole Belsoto clan was really nothing. They never thought that that would actually create an issue. But we do have Dr.Sasaya, who is the new character, who has actually worked with one of the other doctors, and she is afraid of some things. She did mention about the digital TemTems that have been escaping or mysteriously disappearing from her lab. So all of this might be related. Now we do hand out the Lady Lottie's diary back to Carlos. I believe this was something that we did as a side quest. It was kind of, I would say, optional, but definitely helps with the storyline right here. I believe if you do not pick up her diary, you'll probably have this dialogue anyway. But either case, I did pick it up, so it makes more sense right here. So Hamiji was the one that we met in Anak Volcano, who was trying to create a diamond TemTem, which we are unsure of. Maybe Dr. Sasaya, who worked with him before all of this issue started, might be able to kind of help us. Now, I did actually complete a couple of quests or side quests in the previous episode. So I think I'll be doing a bit of plotline here and then move on to the side quest. Because now that we have completed this, we do get an option to backtrack and I guess kind of look around to see if there are other side quests that we can complete. Before I do anything else, let me quickly talk to Adia. And this is the first time she actually talks to us with a bit of respect. I believe she was just yelling at us the whole way around till now. Maybe she was just jealous that we got a free ticket into Narwal. Either way, here is the building. This is the library that everyone is talking about. I believe we also had a side quest that requires us to go through here. So let me quickly go ahead and check out the side quest before talking to the doctor. Ooh, here is the book that I was looking for, The Sea Queen of Dennis, which is actually Oshiera, which is a TemTem I have already traded away. But apparently I do have to go back over there. They say that there is a temple or a set of worshippers who are present in the cave. I believe the cave's name is Aquamarina, and we have to make our way to Dennis. We also had quite a tragic loss. We lost Max in the last episode. It was pretty sad. I really did not expect the storyline to kind of take her away in that way. But we are actually talking about her with the professor here. At some point, I do have to make my way back to Dennis and hopefully get to talk to Max's parents or maybe her family. For now, we will be trying our best to continue with the storyline and see where it takes us. Let me talk to this guy again. I guess this was one of the side quests. Yep, for the comic book. The only other thing to do is to get this comic book signed as per the librarian right here. He does say he has a friend who could sign this book for us. Sure, but of course I have to go to Spanku, which is the next region. But before that, let me talk to Dr. Sasaya here. Let's see what she has to say. I also keep the dialogues for this one a bit slower. You can definitely pause the video to read it. But I can definitely sum up everything that she has mentioned. The first thing that she says is that she used to work in a laboratory quite some time ago, and she got the idea of creating digital TemTems. Dr. Hamijo, I hope that is his name. He used to be her pupil and actually helped her with the discovery of digital TemTems. But apparently he was not so, I would say he didn't really bother much on the HR stuff. So he did want to go forward and try to create something called a diamond TemTem. Unfortunately, the project itself was deemed inhumane and they decided to go ahead and shut it down. This actually angered the assistant or the pupil of Dr. Sasaya here, and he did disappear. Probably he just went ahead and joined Belsoto clan, who are anyway evil, and they're just taking his help to get the diamond TemTem. But recently it seems that a lot of TemTems from Dr. Sasaya's laboratory, which is by the way in Sipanku, has been disappearing. I'm guessing they're being stolen, but I think some of them are also escaping as well. She tells us that she is able to find a lot of digital TemTems in the I would say the areas right next to the city, which was not the case before, and she also thinks these TemTems might be from her lab. Dr. Sasaya here is definitely pretty knowledgeable, and she is also the dojo master. So at some point we will be battling against her as well. But for now, we will just go ahead and try to solve the mystery. The area where she lives is called Nanto, and we do have to make our way there next. The Belsoto clan is also staying in Sipanku, and according to her, they do have a floating castle. That is pretty interesting. I really am questioning the mechanics of how a castle could float, but oh well, I guess we'll get to see that ourselves once we do go to Sipanku. Alright, that is all on that dialogue right there. Now, the next step obviously would be to head out to the next region by using Naval. But of course, I am not going to do that. I am itching to backtrack everywhere and try to complete as many new quests as possible. I'm pretty sure that there are a couple of areas that have been unlocked now that we have completed the storyline. So let me quickly go ahead and try to complete as many as possible. According to the star on the map, it seems that it is redirecting me back to the room where we talked to Carlos. So here he is. Alright, I guess we are talking about the airship. Seems to me that we are just going to go ahead and ask a couple of people to help us fly over to Sipanku. Probably it is from Narwal, but either way I'm pretty happy to help. Of course, this whole operation is actually called Operation Joybin, which is a name of a TemTem that Max used to own. It's pretty fitting. Here is Musa. We do talk to her. And alright, we really don't have much to say, but we have actually seen Musa before back in Vambi. That is where Musa here is actually the dojo master of. We also get some kind of Congress permission to be a special agent, which I think is pretty nice. But of course, this is where I will stop the storyline. The first place I definitely have to go is Dennis. After all, we have couple different quests to complete. The first one is the comic book quest right here. After talking to Laura, she does give us permission to get the book signed by the author who actually created it. We also get a new item in return for this as well. The next thing I did was go ahead and talk to Fahira, who is actually the old lady who gave us a chance of collecting all of these stickers. Right now we get another new item, but apparently she needs us to have around 60 stickers for our next gift. We're almost there. I believe as far as the collection goes, I have around 48 stickers. I apparently also missed one over here. The only thing that's left to do is go ahead and get some of these items that are now accessible since we are able to climb all of these rocks. I also need to find out a way to go ahead and repair all of these damaged stickers. Once we do that, we'll have quite a few more. I'm also going to try and go to Sai Park. Apparently we have 2 new critters here, so I'm just going to go ahead and catch them. This time the amount to pay for Sai Park is actually much less, which is pretty good. Let me run around here and try to find the TemTem that is actually going to appear. Here it is. It took me a couple of tries, but Vex is here. Vex, I'm really not sure how to pronounce this name, but it's a pretty unique TemTem and does evolve into 2 different types. It depends on, I believe, the traits that it has, which is the unique way most of the TemTems in this games do evolve. That's alright, I'm just going to go ahead and catch it. There we go. At some point I will definitely have to go ahead and evolve all of the TemTems in my box. But that is all on this TemTem right now. The second one I believe we'll be able to find in the cave. But of course, here's the TemTem I caught. It has Arcane Wrap as a trait. I believe this one will evolve into part neutral and part melee. By the way, the other trait will let it evolve into part neutral and part mental, which I think is pretty cool. The second TemTem that we'll be able to find is actually Mimit. It's probably a digital TemTem and doesn't have any dual typing, but it can actually transform into another TemTem. It is kind of similar to Ditto, but quite a lot different, considering that it also inherits the traits of the TemTem that it looks like. So it makes it a bit more unique. Let's see if we can actually catch it right here. Never mind. It knocked itself out. Let me run around and see if I can find another Mimit. There we go. Here it is. This one's actually at level 50, which is going to be a bit tougher to catch. Not great. I'll have to definitely be a bit more careful. There we go. Let me quickly focus on Mehmet and make sure that it doesn't go down. Alright, switching side pack out. I believe it's almost time for me to go ahead and add a new team member. If you might know, I was talking about switching out side pack, and I definitely think today's episode would be the one. Or maybe by the next episode, I will definitely have a new TemTem in my team. There we go. We have got Mehmet as well. This one I believe will go to the Tem deck. That is all on the side pack. The next thing I'll do is go ahead and go to a small area here in Dennis that we have yet to explore. Ooh, here's another sticker I missed. Right. I'm actually trying to make my way back to my house. Also, I'm trying to keep an eye on all the stickers that I might have missed, which I did miss another one right next to the boat over there. But that's alright, I will come back to collect it. Here we get a slingshot as well as growth enhancer. This is a small ledge on top of which we had 2 items, and I guess it's only accessible once you are able to climb. Pretty cool. Most of these items are quite helpful. Hopefully at one point I will be able to get all of the items that I might need. But for now, that is all on this. Time to look around a bit more on this route. I'm pretty sure we are quite close to our home. Here's another sticker I missed. Wow, I missed quite a few. But that I believe is all. We've already picked up everything. Ooh, never mind, there was one hiding right there. They've actually kept all of these stickers in a pretty tricky location, which makes it a bit more difficult to actually find it. I also believe that I have not picked up any stickers here in my hometown, so this is definitely something I would have to do. I'm also surprised that there are no new dialogues from all of these NPCs who we have met before. Hopefully they do get one pretty soon. Here we have another sticker that I missed. But I believe that is all for now. I still do have the sticker right next to the boat in mind. Do not worry, I will pick it up. I wonder how many stickers I have missed in other places as well. But I have been double checking everything, so probably will be able to pick up everything by the end of it. After talking to my mom, I did make my way back to this house. This is where we had the Well-Wisher quest. We have one last kid to go ahead and talk to. After all, we did talk to the professor back in the library about her, and she is pretty happy about attending the college or the school over there. Her mom is also pretty happy, who also gives us 5 wishing well coins. These are quite interesting. I'm really not sure if they are something that we would have to buy on a later stage, but we do get 5 for completing the quest. Alright, there is the salt mine that I can explore in Dennis, but other than that we don't really have much. So I did make my way back here. This is the salt mine. If you remember, we did have to come here to talk to the NPC to get a couple of sea salts, but once you do get the access to climb rocks, you'll be able to go ahead and climb up the ledges here. There are only a couple of trainers here or teamers, so definitely come here if you want to level up your team. To be honest, in my case, I should have definitely waited a bit more and come back here once I did add my team member. In that case, I do not believe it would have helped more, unless of course the team member that you are trying to train up is a bit higher in level. These TemTems are definitely stronger, and it would easily take down your team if you're not too careful. You also do not have any way of healing yourself, so I would recommend having a couple of healing items before coming here. It's also in between the map, so there aren't any temporiums close by. In my case, I don't think I have to worry too much. There are a couple of items that you'll be able to get here as well. Here is 10 sea salt, which you can definitely sell for a good price. And 3 Tem card plus plus, which I believe is more powerful than the Tem cards that I do own right now. Here is our next tamer, and while challenging her, something weird happened. Right here my software closed, but I did manage to open up my software back again, and we were back on this battle. The good thing is that this game is on the server, so it does constantly save the game. So if you have reached to a certain point and your software crashes, you will be back to the same point once you reload the game. Either way, that was a pretty easy battle. Moving forward, we have another one here. I believe this is the last tamer for this region, but maybe I'm wrong. This tamer has 2 water type TemTems. I definitely have to switch out Antan. The side part can be up in front, as it does have some poison type moves. I guess I do have to definitely try using Electric Storm. Now Gazuma did get pretty massive damage right there, but I'm hoping it will be able to take down the TemTem in one hit. Ooh, that's bad. But we were able to take down Crema, which is pretty cool. Crema is a pretty fun TemTem to add to your team. It's quite strong as well if you do level it up and give it really good moves. Up next he had a Divine, which is pretty powerful, and a Platimos. Definitely need to use another Electric Storm for this, but unfortunately my Gazuma goes down. Let's see what else I can use. Let me try using my starter. Just go with Beta Burst. That's pretty good. Allergic Spread does a ton of damage as well. We have one more TemTem that is left. Let's see which one it is. Ooh, I guess Platimos was the last one. There we go. We have defeated him as well. I'm also thinking of ending out this episode pretty soon. Even though it seems that I haven't done anything significant in this episode, we have definitely done quite a good progress. I believe the salt mine is also ended as well. Yep, nothing more to see here. This was the last tamer. Alright, I guess that's all here in Dennis as well. We have explored almost all areas here and don't really have anything new. There's one thing that I wanted to explore before ending out the episode, and that is the Aquamarina cave. If you remember, we have been here twice before, and I believe I'll be coming back here once more. So we'll probably try to explore this one before I end out the episode. Alright, here we are. This is the main chamber, and we do have a chance of climbing up. Now here we have another shrine, and it is for water TemTem. If we do talk to the first NPC here, let me quickly go ahead and talk to her again. I believe I have to have a team full of water TemTems for this. Oh well, let me make my way outside. On my way back to Brickle Demar, I did see this well, so decided to toss a coin. And we got a couple of money. Not really the best gift. I'm pretty sure these wishing wells will give me better gifts than this one. Hopefully I'll get to try it in other regions and get a better item. But I did decide to go ahead and switch out my team and come back here. So once we do that, this tamer here accepts our challenge. Hopefully I win this battle, because if I do, she will actually tell us the secret that we do need to take back and go to Kisiva. There is an NPC in Yuhuru town who I do have to talk to. That will actually complete the quest. This is going to be a bit challenging considering the fact that I only have a team of water TemTems. But at least the dual typing helps, I guess. There we go. There are next two. I'm just gonna ignore FOMO for now and just fixate on Saipat. There we go. It goes down in one hit. Next up is FOMO. I believe since she is actually the very first tamer that we're challenging for this temple or the shrine, the battle is pretty easy, but the others I believe will be a bit tougher than this. But yep, that's all on this quest. We do get our answer and a TC, which is pretty nice. Alright, I guess I'll end out this episode right here. In the next one, we are going to challenge the other three that are remaining. I guess it will just help me level up my team members a bit more and see what other quests we have in other areas. Definitely going to be pretty interesting, and I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please put a like, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel as it really helps me a lot. If you'd like to support me more in other ways, check out the links for Patreon and Ko-fi down in my description. I'll see you all in the next one.